Yo, Shortbox Nation, this is Badr, and I'm here to tell you right now that con season starts early this year with the return of Northeast Florida's premier anime, comic book, and sci-fi event, Collective Con. That's right, Northeast Florida's largest pop culture convention returns for its 10th year on March 8th through the 10th at the Prime Osborne Center in Jacksonville, Florida. 10 years of Collective Con, they're pulling all the stops out to make sure this is a can't-miss event. And the guest list they got going, don't even get me started on the guest list. I mean, they've got A-list celebrity guests and voice actors from some of your favorite movies, anime, and video games like Elijah Wood and Sean Ashton, Ray Park, Trisha Helfer, Ross Marquand, Max Middleman, and Bo-Katan herself will be there, Katie Sackhoff. Tell me what other convention is giving you the opportunity to meet Frodo and Sam from Lord of the Rings, Darth Maul, and One Punch Man all under the same roof. Only at Collective Con. And if you're looking to get some of your favorite comics signed, or if you want to get an original sketch from some of the best comic artists in the world, well, you're in luck, because there'll be plenty of comic and creator guests there, like DC comic artist extraordinaire Clay Mann, Harvey Award-nominated illustrator John Taylor Christopher, Marvel and DC cover artist Chris Stevens, and acclaimed Star Wars author Timothy Zahn. They'll all be at Collective Con this year. And if you're looking to bring the family, or if you want to make a weekend out of it, you're in luck, because there'll be so much going on at Collective Con that weekend in the form of vendors, fan panels, video game tournaments, cosplay contests, after parties, and a bunch of fan events. You can purchase single and 3-day weekend passes now using the link in this episode's show notes, or by going to collectivecon.com to book your tickets and hotel. Buy your tickets now, and I'll see you at Collective Con, March 8th through the 10th. Now let's start the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Short Box Podcast.
The Short Box Podcast is recorded live from Jacksonville, Florida.
See that red dot?
Nice.
Right
I see it.
there?
Right
We're
there.
live. We're live. All right.
Right
So don't do anything crazy. Remember, we are live right now.
Listen, I'm ready for the yo. I'm ready for the yo.
Well, before we get the thing, before we
you want me
start,
to get the crowd warm up?
yeah, we got to get warmed up a little bit.
All right, guys, we're going to be starting with 8 count jumping jacks.
I feel like if I try to do jumping jacks right now, I'd probably be winded. Jumping jacks are deceivingly harder than they look
there's
like.
a retion why when you were in the military, like you had to do like I love when you were like, we're just going to do a warm up 45 minutes later.
All right, now comes the 5-mile run.
For real, like now we're going to go on a light run.
All right, don't forget the 200 extra push-ups. We already did 100. Well, who's a quitter in this army? All right, my warm-up question to you to get us, nice and loose. And what is the best comic you've read all month? Because I asked this question because you have been on a reading spree. All right?
Yes.
You've been reading a lot of comics. You've been catching up, and so have I. So I thought this would be a good warm-up.
If I had to pick one right now that off the top of my head, I mean, because I've read a bunch of the stuff right now that
What's the one that stands out the most? You're
only
like, damn.
Human Target for like, yeah, that was like a whole like I had to read that collective, not even collective. I waited and then there was a bunch of stuff out and it still hasn't finished.
Dude, we still got 12. It finishes in February. We still got 3 more issues left.
So it was like really, really cool finding out that like I actually, you know what? When I went to the library, I got the first volume and had the 6 issues. So I would say that's the one that I'm like, oh man, that's the one that was like, oh, comic books are fun
And sexy.
Oh man, the sexiest. I was like, I could read this comic book while drinking whiskey.
Yeah, you know what? Excellently said. That is that's a whiskey with a one of them whiskey
gentleman
cubes.
cube.
Yeah, with a gentleman cube.
And you just keep sipping. Like it's just like I love the fact like whenever him and his girl get into a fight, he just looks at her and just takes a sip of whiskey.
The best thing I've read, I'm just gonna pull up images because I forgot we're doing this all in we're doing video, so we can actually just show this stuff. All right, so for me, the best comic I've read this month, emphasis on this month, and I've read a lot of good stuff, is Catwoman, Lonely City. And I'm pulling up some images if no one's seen the art in this. This book is written, drawn, produced by, lettered by, colored by. I mean, I don't know what he hasn't done, but Cliff Chang is like the auteur. You know, that phrase auteur?
No, I've never heard of that before.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you learn something new every day.
Yeah. It's probably what you're probably referring to your Sunday crew that you guys use that term a lot.
The cool kids?
Yeah, the cool kids.
Bro, I'm telling you, this book, this series is a 4-part series. And it's a lot of pages. It's like a lot of comics for what it is. It's like 50 pages for every issue. It's 4 issues total. It's basically Dark Knight Returns for Catwoman with less. Well, it's still a violent book, but not so grim, right? It's not so dark. It doesn't have like that Frank Miller tinge to it. It's actually a little more, I'd say, inspiring, a little more upbeat. But I realized Catwoman might be my favorite. One of my favorite superheroes. And I'm not just going to say like, women superheroes or female superheroes. I think she's just one of my favorites, period. The story is excellent, dude. And you will fall, like this scene right here, I'm looking at the scene with Killer Croc. Killer Croc ends up being a charming, lovable idiot, dude.
Really?
Yeah, so many. It's cool that they managed to accomplish this story without Batman being so prevalent in it. Mm-hmm. And they're relying on like Two-Face, the rest of the rogues, which isn't that hard to do, but it still ended up being a really fun experience.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the best comic book I've read. So you've got Human Target, and I've got Catwoman.
I looked through everything that I was like, all right, let me look at.
What's in your list? I want to see what do you got checked out.
The complete list. I have X-Men Inferno 1 through 4.
And we're looking at Drew's Hoopla checkout list.
Jonathan Hickman. So then I got Zeb Wells' Amazing Spider-Man Beyond Volume 1.
Okay.
Defenders, There Are No Rules. That's the Al Ewing joint that just came out, and they just released the sequel. Once in Future Volume, The King is Undead. That's that Karen Gillian, Dan Moira joint.
Come on, man.
7 to Eternity, The Deluxe Edition. That is the one where it's Rick Remender and
Jerome Opinion.
Yeah.
Have you started on that yet?
I am 10 pages in. 10 pages in. No. To get into this book, there's a whole world vernacular, and then this one has like the infamous pages where you have to read the journal just to get to like the narrative. So I'm like, I don't feel like reading that much. I got Wonder Girl Homecoming. That's done by the girl that actually Joel
Jones.
Yeah, Joan Jones. So she's like
that's awesome
hardcore in it. Yeah, the artwork in here is amazing. So I probably would put it up there with like Lonely City. Then I have Cantwell's Iron Man Big Iron, his first 5 issues. Nonstop Spider-Man. That was actually pretty fun. I think it was Joe Kelly that did this one. Mm-hmm. Then I did Volume 7, which is Miles Morales Beyond. That one's a dope one. And then Justice League International book. This one, it was inspired by Human Target. I haven't read any of it yet, but like I was like, all right, I got to read this and kind of get like an idea of what's going on.
That is such a classic image. I mean, here, I'll pull it up for the listeners, but everyone knows this image very well.
And the one thing I was like super heavy into, if you would have asked me 2 weeks ago, it would have been V for Vendetta.
What made you go into I remember you hyping V Vendetta.
Well, because it was the 5th of November.
So you're feeling very political.
I was like, oh, let me just see what it is. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool.
So it sounds like you're definitely in the big 2 kind of
yeah, I'm back on the big 2. Okay. Like I have manga. I've been reading it on the side, but now I'm like, all right, let me kind of like just see like what's to kind of like read and see what the big 2 has been doing.
If you could rent that, if you could check out that Catwoman Lonely City from Hoopla, do it, man.
I'm gonna check to see if they have. They should have it shortly. They get all that new stuff.
Well, make it happen. All right, dude. You ready to welcome in the listeners into our world?
Yeah, I'm ready to save y'all money because I only picked one thing.
And I'm curious as to why, because I've got a comment on that.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to turn it on now. You've been waiting on me to do this. Here we go. All right, ready? Yo!
There it is.
Short Box Nation! Welcome to another special bonus episode. This one is dedicated to this month's previews catalog. Wait, where's that? Drew, can you hold that up to the camera? Yeah. Hold up that big-ass phone book catalog. Flip the page, too. That's a raunchy side. There we go. Ooh. Dude, you flipping through that book was the nicest breeze. This studio is hot as hell.
So much.
Listeners, Short Box Nation, yeah, we are dedicating this episode to this month's previews catalog. We're taking a break from our usual comic reviews, artist spotlights, and interviews that you're all accustomed to, so we can flip through this massive phone book size previews catalog, and we're going to bring you along for the ride.
Let me help you spend money.
Well, it's really like, let me show you the way to spend the right, your money in the right places.
Yeah.
If you like what we like, then let us show you the way, all right?
Yeah.
Now, if you're new to the show, I want to go and welcome you to the Short Box Podcast, the best comic book talk show this side of the multiverse. My name is Badr, and recording this one with me here at Short Box HQ, which feels like it's like 95 degrees right now.
I know, I'm wearing this hoodie, drowning in my own sweat. But I'm committed to the wardrobe that was selected for me by myself.
Yeah, man. All right. As you can tell, everyone's favorite legal liability is here with me.
Legal
Let's give it up
liability.
for Andrew Torres.
Dude, for a minute I thought you were going to use like a Spanish soundbite. That one song, I Like It Like That. Yeah, baby. I like it like that. I thought that was going on. So, really
I feel like that'd be too on the nose. John Cena's universal. It's like, it don't matter what race you are, you're going to bob your head when that beat comes on. So, yeah, I got my man Andrew Torres here with me.
I'm here.
And we literally flipped through 600 plus pages of this month's previews catalog. We've been scoping out thousands, like literally thousands of upcoming comics, manga, graphic novels, toys, apparel, statues, and a whole bunch of other stuff we don't need and definitely can't afford everything. But that didn't stop us from putting together a short box approved wish list of some really cool stuff that piqued our interest as fans. Now, if you're listening to this episode,
So many things.
oh, it's all the things.
This has to be the greatest previews ever.
Now, I wanted to say real quick, if you're listening to this episode in audio form, yo, good on you. You're in for a good time regardless, all right? But if you really want to get the full experience of this episode, I highly recommend you hop on over to our YouTube channel and enjoy this episode and enjoy this very visual-heavy episode even more by watching the video version. We're on video. You can see Drew sweat through this massive hoodie, even though it's 80 degrees in Florida.
It is.
But I respect the wardrobe choice. You got a matching beanie too? Come on, man. Looking fly.
I was trying to look my best.
Well, you did a damn good job.
Thank you so much.
So, listeners, we're on video, so we could pull up photos of the products on our list to show you what we're talking about. So come watch us drool over all the cool and exclusive merch that we could only dream of owning in high definition. Previous catalog is a book you could put underneath like a sweater if you were going to do some shady deal and you're worried about getting shot, because it would stop a bullet.
Definitely
It would definitely stop a bullet. So if you're conscious about like
go to the
spacing-
gym and hand this to a guy and be like, I bet you can't rip this in
bro,
half.
what? I'd pay to go see that.
You would? How much?
I guess $6.
Let's go right now. I got $6.
I guess $6 that's how much it costs for a
$6.
previous.
Yeah, rip it
All
up.
right. But you can also just buy a digital previews catalog from the previews website. It's how we're going to be looking at the previews today. Okay. Anyways, we're going to
let's get back on track.
Yeah, we're going to get started flipping through the previews, all right, and sharing our wish list. We ain't going to steer you wrong, so here we go. Drew, let's go ahead and start off
With my only one that I had?
I was going to say, let's
You
start off
should go.
with
Okay,
the
go.
with the cover story.
Oh, yeah, cover story.
All right, cover
Previews.
story. So the cover stories is about this new comic book coming out through Image. It's called Local Man. It's written by Tony Fleece, who is, I believe he did Stray Dogs. Yeah, Stray Dogs fame. And then you got Tom Seeley, who did that comic series Revival.
And he's done a couple of DC books as well.
Okay,
He's made his rounds. He has like enough writing credibility to like do something.
Writing or drawing?
Tim Saley, writing.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, you know more than I do, so I appreciate you stepping in there.
Can you say that again? And then can we make that? Can we make that a soundbite? Why has that not been a soundbite? If anybody's listening and watching this, can you please take this and make
Can
it
you
a
please
soundbite?
isolate me saying Drew's right?
The time marker is 28 minutes and 17 seconds. Give or take around.
Yeah, we get it. All right, so I'm scrolling through. Comics Beat actually shared some previews. So get that pop up out of here, man. We got you. All right. So this new series, Local Man #1, is due out in stores on Wednesday, February 22nd. And I'm gonna read the solicitation for it. All right. It reads: once the star recruit of the media sensation Super Team 3rd Gen, Jack Crossjack Xavier had it all. But when controversy sends him crawling back to his mom and dad's basement in the Midwest, Jack struggles to fit into a world he left far behind, and then the bodies start piling up. What type of vibe do you get from that solicitation, Drew? And when you look at the cover in that solicitation, what vibe do you get?
He was canceled. Super canceled. And
it's
now,
going to be
like,
up to this cute homeless dog to save the day?
I have no idea. Now I don't even know because I didn't even read the solicitation. Just from the cover alone, I'm like, oh, okay, you can kind of gather what this thing's about.
I think definitely a rectifying your past, because obviously he's got to go back home as a loser, You know, he was once like riding high in the super team.
Yeah.
And it sounds like there's some shady shit going on in his hometown. That's really all we kind of know. They do share some preview images. So the interesting thing about this, and I think this is why I got the cover treatment on previews, is that it is a flip book. So on one half is going to tell like the current story of him like back at home. So like this kind of vibe. And then the other half is going to retell like him at his high when he was on the super team.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's pretty interesting, man. The fact that we're going to get two perspectives, two different art styles as well. Tom Seeley has a little quote here describing the series. He said, "Local Man is Tony and I teaming up to make a comic book that combines what we love about 90s superheroes with our shared affections for crime and horror stories. It's part Extreme Studios, part Vertigo Comics. It's a story about love and loss and ego and murder most of foul. But it's also about nostalgia and promises not fulfilled with lots of gritted teeth and epic head punches." And then you got some preview images.
The artwork
here.
looks pretty good.
No, it looks solid. It looks solid. And then this is like the flip
It
side.
looks like the X-Men Rejects.
So you mean Image Comics?
I was just saying,
circa
yeah,
90s?
just like it looks like the Brigade.
And that's what it's supposed to be. I think in the actual previews catalog, their write-up, they actually mentioned that, you know, this is supposed to be like a love letter to the early Image comics. So the fact that it got like the cover
front
story
page,
for
yeah.
previews is
You made the
promising.
front page, buddy.
Yeah. All right. So is this of interest? Is this going to be on your radar? Are you going to check out issue
Yeah, definitely.
one?
It'd be
Brand new
like
Image?
I would hope that at some point, like if me and you go to the comic book shops on Wednesday, if I see it, I'll definitely pick it up and give it a flip through, and then I'll flip it over and get another flip through.
I see what you did there.
Thank you so much.
Awesome!
Cartman approves.
Oh my god.
Let's get on to the nitty gritty, to our actual wish list of
Yeah.
stuff. All right. Draculina, the other flip side of the
Dude,
cover.
I was like,
Speaking
holy
about
crap.
flip side, man, Preview has been doing the flip book thing for a while. So you're saying that your wish list is only composed of one thing,
One thing.
and I'm assuming, is it just because like you just weren't feeling much, or
Nah, because I was like, I was like looking through it and all, but nothing. Like I would stop by and like browse, but then I'm like, nah, like no. Even the free comic book day stuff, I was like trying to like see what was coming out that I was like, oh, this looks interesting, but it looks like it's all reprints.
no way? The free comic book day stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Hold up.
Looks
Let's
like it's
see.
reprints.
Oh, hold on. No, it's new stuff.
Okay.
Wait, I'm gonna pull it up. It's just taking me a minute. I do find it a little like it's kind of early, right? Like we're in December previews, and I get like free comic book day. They have to like solicit this stuff early, and where you are talking previews is always like months in advance. But I was like, dang, we're already talking about practice. So you've got this stuff, Archie Horror. Okay, that's gold
Okay.
sponsor. Okay, you got a new Umbrella Academy.
Ooh, okay.
Red Sonja. Look, Amazing Spider-Man Venom #1.
For
Okay.
what? What is it?
It is. It says, for years, the symbiote family of the Marvel Universe has grown, and the latest smash hit run on Venom is no exception. With the violent, dangerous Marvel, blah, 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 blah. They're supposed to mark the beginning of the end of the symbiote.
Oh, another beginning.
Exclusive original material.
Oh, okay.
And the same thing with this Avengers X-Men #1 special.
With Hickman.
Well, you got a preview of Hickman's new Marvel project.
What is he doing?
He hasn't said anything other than, I think the only thing we know about it, it's supposed to be...
You don't know shit.
Wait, I'm trying to tell you. I reported on it. It's supposed to be Sandman in the Marvel Universe. So like some spacey, heady, like...
Sandman isn't in the Marvel Universe?
like the Sandman equivalent in the Marvel Universe.
Oh.
All right, you are not impressed at all.
No. That sounds cool. Like I can't wait to like that.
So what's the deal? You just weren't feeling like anything in the previews, or
Nothing really just kind of like jumped out at me that was like, oh, I got to read this. Like I was like scrolling through and just seeing like what's gonna catch. The only thing that caught my attention was maybe a couple of art books, but I was like, nah, I'm not like I was like I would never
not
buy
worthy
it.
enough to put on your wish list, huh?
Mm-mm.
Okay, all right, you playing hard to get. I will admit, this previews has not been like the other ones where there's like
Things
really,
that you're like there.
like because I was expecting you to come through like you did last month.
Also,
with-
you know what's also like what's really very crazy is the fact that they pushed for the green, like the Power Ranger. I don't know if it's just happenstance of the fact that like
No,
he
definitely
showed up.
happenstance.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, look at all these Power Ranger variants and look at this Green Ranger stuff, and I'm like,
I'm here. Look, as they should. The motherfucking Green Rangers has died. All right, we're more.
that's
full
what I'm
slash
saying.
page.
So like Legends, that's what I was like, oh, okay.
You got. I think it's just happenstance. Like these books get printed and organized well in advance. And he just passed away. What, a week or 2 weeks
ago,
ago?
yeah.
How did you take the news of Jason David Frank passing away? Because we have seen him at conventions together.
Oh yeah, I've seen like the how he's captivated an entire like crowd and how cool, and nice, and awesome he is. Dude, it was one of those like I was very concerned for my brother. Like I know how much my brother like really like fucks with it. So
it was shocking as hell, man. It was like, wait, he committed suicide?
Yeah.
Like I think you'd agree. Like when we seen him, dude was exuberant, excited, energetic, happy, and I was saying on to Ed and Ashley, like it was definitely a reminder, like yo, you never know what's going on behind closed doors.
Yeah,
like
100%.
it could be a mask, a front, but yeah, that was. So how was Zach? How was Zach?
Oh, he was upset. He posted on Facebook, like he aired out his woes. He was not like happy at all, and it's like, oh, okay, and then everybody was like, dude, my childhood is dead, because then right before that, the great late Kevin Conroy passed away, so it's like, all right, we got Batman and we got Power Rangers are like basically done.
Oh, y'all celebrating? All right, y'all celebrating life and positive memories? Fuck you.
Yeah. So I mean, it's never fun hearing about somebody passing away and somebody that's like influenced your childhood a lot. Like I just was like, oh, okay. I remember my teacher in the second grade had told us that she used to babysit the Power Rangers just to get us to shut up. Like we would be rowdy as hell.
You guys were like, tell us a story. I'll tell you our story. We take a nap.
Yeah. Basically that. Huh. She brought in Power Ranger posters, which I would assume that was signed by the teacher staff. All. You imagine, you're a teacher. Like, what are you saying? You're a teacher. You're a second grade. Like, there's nobody checking to see what extra
like your
stuff
sources.
your teachers.
That is genius to bring in some Power Ranger posters and to sign them. I bet you they didn't even say their names.
I'm telling you, probably not. Like
she probably wrote like "fuck you, kid." You're like, whoa,
just a squiggle. Yeah, that's Tommy. Tommy wrote that. Here's the thing. Funny. I should have known that it was all a lie because she never called them by their real names. She would always call them by their Power Rangers names.
Well, it's not like you knew what their real names either.
Very true. I did not.
Yeah,
I was just like, all right.
They were Tommy to you. Okay, rest in peace, Jason David Frank. That was a good tangent. Okay, so I am on the page that you sent me of your one thing on your wish list for today.
Thing. And
what
it's a spotlight.
What is it?
I have no idea. It just looks like it's like gremlins and orgs having various jobs, and they look all
these
designed.
Look 3D rendered. Plunderlings. Plunderlong figures from Lone Coconut.
When you say it like that, it sounds like here's the thing. It's the pirate one right there. The plundering, that guy. That's the only one. The pirate.
What the fuck is Plunderling?
I have no idea.
From Lone Coconut, Plunderlings aims to present a fresh take on fantasy universes from a Caribbean perspective.
There you go.
That sounds like
that's it.
All right, a place where the monsters are pirate adventurers with emotions, hopes, and dreams of their own. Plunderlings will continue to expand this new world to incorporate new creatures inspired from island animals, legends, and history. Okay, so they're like based on like Caribbean, I guess, folklore and stories.
Like if a gremlin or an orc fucked a pirate, like what would that pirate look like?
Yeah, they would look like these fucking
there you go.
Figures. And they're only 3D rendered figures, so...
We didn't even know what they look like.
So you were just... So out of the literal... I think there's a million items in these previews.
There are a million items.
Of the million things...
Okay, so the only other thing is, if you swipe up, if you go up just a little bit, you'll see some Troy McClure Simpsons 7 giant figures.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a good one.
Yeah, go up just a little bit more.
Okay.
Keep going.
I'm scrolling. And for the record, I'm not shaming you for your choice because it's
sounds like you are.
I am.
I know
it
you
definitely
are.
sounded like it.
You're like out of the millions and millions and millions and millions of interesting things, you pick the stupidest fucking thing. That's not what you said, but that's how you said it. That's how you did.
I'm just completely shitting on that. Okay.
I like when I sent you the picture. Oh, no. I guess you have to scroll down now. I'm so sorry. I guess I told you the wrong thing.
Yeah, look, it's a visual.
But it was so funny because when I sent it to you, I know for a fact you had this look of awe, and you were like, all right, we're going to talk about this.
Well, my look was, huh. I can't wait to hear his
whole logic behind it. I mean, all these are pretty cool, but it's just like, man, I don't need any of this like hype figure stuff.
Bro, it's not about
the only thing that's really cool.
Want it.
No, okay, yeah.
The
So
Super 7.
This one right here,
Troy McClure.
Yo, they've been releasing all the Simpson figures, but
dope.
based off of not the Simpsons, everything else that's like the world of Simpsons, which I think is awesome.
Like a lot of these like inside jokes, DNA, cowboy, sex education, Troy McClure.
Yeah, that's good. Like that's from like
you got to be a Simpsons head.
They have another one where it's the other guy, the one that's the Arnold Schwarzenegger character.
Wolf. Shit.
McBain.
Thank you. Well, Warren is listening to this, throwing his phone across the room.
I'm surprised he's not texting you right now.
Yeah, he can sense.
Yeah.
when
He's
we
like,
fuck up.
yo, they're messing up Simpsons
Like,
right
I'm
now.
on the spot, all right? Sorry. Warren has been a champion of these. I think he's bought like every single one, and the latest one, the McBain figures.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be like a Simpsons fan to understand the references and the different deep cuts.
When somebody comes over and they look at it, you're gonna be like, do you know?
Well, actually, it's more like you wait for them to be like, "Yo, is this season 3?"
You don't say
episode
anything.
7?
You just do this,
Yeah. Just the
or
sound
you hit
of
him with a quote, like you're like McBain.
the goggles. Yeah, not working.
My eyes.
All right. Okay. So that was your honorary mention, and then the I don't even remember what the name of the other ones were. But
You made him sound so disgusting and dirty. I don't
no,
know which other thing.
they look interesting. You know what I thought they were at first?
Plunderings.
They look like Final Fantasy VII minions that you'd fight. And these,
Okay.
well, these would be like if you were on a pirate level in Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
This is the bosses.
I was just saying, like, yo, if I was like a quirky, like, if I had a studio up in Cork District and I had to fill it up with like all these crazy cool action figures as well as spray cans just to show people that I
if these
know it.
are vinyl figures,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think they'd be.
I was kind of like more or less like on a vinyl, like feeling of the vinyl stuff.
I like it. No, I give it to you, and it's at least an interesting concept. The whole
I'm
Caribbean
sorry for my pick,
perspective.
man. It was the worst pick.
Yeah, it was trash, bro. Don't ever do that.
Should've
This
picked
is a premium quality.
I can't
show.
wait to see what you pick. Cause
Oh,
I'm
all right,
invested.
all right, here we go.
How many items
So-
did you pick?
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here we go.
Damn.
Dude, you know me. You know I go above and beyond, right? Hey, Drew, pick 3 of them while I pick 10 of them, all right? Because we need content. We need to fill this airtime.
true.
All right, my first one
Airtime.
is on page 11. It is the Supercade, a visual history of the video game age, 1985 to 2001 trade paperback. Apparently, I missed the boat on the first one, which was just about the rising of the arcade scene. This
Is it
one
sold out?
covers.
Did you buy it?
No, I didn't even check. I should have. But this book in particular, quote, chronicles the next era of gaming history, beginning with the NES and including the release of the Sega Master System, Super Nintendo, Genesis, TurboGrafx 16, Amiga, Game Boy, Atari Jaguar, PlayStation, Dreamcast, Xbox, and more. Like, this is the most perfect book for me.
Yeah.
Like, that is every single console, and some I didn't even have, but for the most part, all the consoles I owned as a
Pretty
kid. And you know damn well the fact that they've got this Konami X-Men image right here in Grand Theft Auto. Yo, this book, I can't wait to buy it. It is
It's gonna feel like reading like a old Game Informer or like a wizard version of games.
Yo, this is Badr. Sorry for interrupting this episode, but I'll keep it brief. I wanted to let you know about a massive sale we have going on over at the Shortbox store on all of our merchandise and apparel. That's theshortboxstore.bigcartel.com. You can now save 20% off your entire order using the discount code YOO, Y-O-O. So if you've been waiting for the right time to finally buy that gauntlet snapback, or if you ever wanted to buy any of the shirts you see me wear on the podcast, well, now's your chance to get them for a steal. We still have a few sizes left of everything, but they won't last long, and once they're gone, they are gone. And then I mentioned that all of our apparel is screen printed on high quality material. None of that heat transfer or direct to garment stuff. Our shirts are some of the most comfortable ones you'll ever wear, and the hats look even better in person. So wear your support for the Shortbox Nation proudly, knowing that you're going to look damn good doing it. Get to theshortboxstore.bigcartel.com as soon as you can, and don't forget to use that discount code YOO, Y-O-O, to save 20% off your entire order. All of this information can be found in this episode's show notes if you want to get there faster. Thanks for not pressing fast forward. Now back to the show. It looks like it's going to be a nice coffee table book about fucking the video games I grew up on.
Okay.
And it's supposed to have like really nice photos. It's got like gate folds and inserts, and the paper quality is supposed to be nice. And then I don't know. I'll be honest. None of these names jump out to me as far as contributors, but I think there's an interview with the author here in this previews, which I love when previews does like the author interviews, and they were saying like they reached out to like famous Game Informer reviewers and game writers of like, you know, when game magazines was a big thing. So for $45, 528 pages, this comes out February 15th.
Nice.
I'm telling Ben to order that for me ASAP. So that is the first thing on my wish list. Next up
Yeah, that's a good one.
is, I was inspired by you last month because you came through and just, just obliterated. I was so ashamed of my list. I went and did unnecessary push-ups. I had a training montage doing push-ups and everything but
Like
flipping through
push-up,
previews.
turn a page and then like reading it. And no.
I was trying to pick the most. Now, granted, I didn't pick a lot of like lewd stuff. I think that's what made you win last month.
Yeah.
But I
I
feel
was like it was a sexy preview.
yeah,
Not for my standards. Like I'm not into that. But
yeah, whatever.
what the
right.
fuck is
This
this?
next one
Blitz.
is Blitz. It's a manga called Blitz. And
Volume 2.
Yeah, it's a spotlight on Volume 2, so it means I missed Volume 1, but I can get Volume 1, right? So it's a manga, and it is primarily about like chess. It is about here. I'll read just a little bit of this solicitation. Immerse yourself into Blitz, the new shonen manga series exploring the elite world of chess, where intuition and mental agility are precious assets on the way to victory. So it's basically like it's sort of like the how very dramatic like the basketball manga, how people love the basketball manga and the baseball one and all that, or the soccer.
This one even looks interesting because you're
That's
like,
what I'm
oh,
saying.
okay.
It's like it looks like it's one of those where it's about chess, but they're gonna show you like
The chess piece is actually fighting.
yeah, like a dramatic like retelling.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see some pawn fuck up like a king.
The best part is one, they got a QR code in the previews to like check it out. I haven't done that yet, but it's saying that there's some bonus material in these books where it says as bonus material included in each volume. Chess games are explained move by move to allow you to better understand the strategy. To facilitate further understanding, a chess lexicon and annotations are included. Which, look, the nerd in me fucking enjoys that because it's like, oh, wow.
I get to learn while I get to learn. I get it.
It's more like I get to learn while I get to, like be entertained.
Yeah.
Cool, awesome.
That's all I've ever wanted. So this manga looks interesting as hell.
I'm not gonna lie, I was ready to destroy you when I saw
that
this.
boy's
but then
2 for
I was
2. I'm like,
ooh.
ducking and dodging these blows.
Yo.
All right, next up on my list. This
All right,
one
here we go.
struck
See
my
if we
eye
can
because it's
handle it.
interesting as hell. It is called I got to get the name right. Scroll up one. Okay, it is called Photonic Man of Light. It is written. It's a comic book from France that has made its way over here because of how popular it is in France. It is written and drawn by Ciro Tota, I believe that's how you say his name, with colors by Stéphane Petreo. My apologies if I'm saying that wrong. But the solicitation, first of all, I got a 2-page spread in the previews. And the solicitation, immediately grabbed my attention. It goes, all his life he was bullied and sometimes called a monster. But when hunchback Thaddeus Tainterhook becomes the flawless Photonic, the man of light, people only see the hero. Will his powers change the man he is inside? And then it goes on to say, like, this comic book has achieved cult status in France, where hundreds of thousands of readers have followed his adventure through the years.
Oh wow!
It has a charm and classic feel of X-Men, Spider-Man, and Hulk, and it stars a trio of outcasts, including a stray kid who never misses a shot called Tom Thumb, and a Holocaust survivor with psychic powers called Dr. Ziegel.
That's pretty cool.
Sign me the fuck up.
All right,
dude.
Are you gonna read it with a French accent? That's the only thing that would take me off of it. It's like, stop it right there where you are. Like I couldn't be able to just like Stephanie, welcome.
I feel like you're actually way ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
But check out the art, right?
Let me read it real quick. Let me zoom in real quick and give you the French. Let me give you the French. Yeah, zoom in real quick.
This will be a good reel on Instagram later. Hit it
for real. I can't even read that.
Bro, open up the eyes.
Dude, all right, hold on. I can't. What page is that? What page is that? 340?
Okay.
All right, look, I got the sword right here.
Yeah, the challenge.
Damn,
you got the physical?
340?
It is on page 332.
Damn, way off.
I am willing to go ahead and do some filibuster while you're flipping through this because I want to hear you tackle this French
shit, it's even
All right.
little over here. And it's in French.
No, it's not, dude.
Yes, it is. Read it right now.
I will,
it's in French.
I will. Freeze or I'll shoot. He's out of his mind. I sound like I sound like Nightcrawler.
It's okay. Listen, if that's German French for you, right? What?
Dude, you can't read it for real.
Nobody.
He's
No, I
out
can
of his
read it.
mind.
I'm just saying.
All
I'm
right, hit
dyslexic. Okay.
Hit it.
He's out of his mind. He's going to help himself, and then he jumps out the window. Sir must. I can't even.
Yeah. You know what?
We're done. Oh my god.
That's how bad it was.
Oh,
Anyways,
wow.
but dude, look at the artwork. It's got like I can see why they'd say it's got that classic kind of like.
It looks good. I like how gritty it looks.
Also, he looks like Adam Warlock, doesn't he?
He does. Right, nice strong chin. All right, I'll give it a shot.
Hell yeah.
All right,
that
3
pick
for
went-
3.
Come on, man. All right, here we go. We just getting started. All right, now I'm getting into the toys and figures and all that stuff. So those are my comic picks. My wish list also
I knew you were
includes
going to pick that one.
this sweet Mega Man X
Model
full
kit.
armor
Model kit. You have to build your own toy, buddy.
I'll build it if it looks like this.
Okay.
This is my favorite version of Mega Man. I love Mega
The
Man
white
X.
version.
There's something about like how symmetrical and just clean his design is.
Everybody likes the fresh white tee. He got white shoes on. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, you're like used to seeing him.
He got the Air Jordan 1 Royals on.
I remember what happens because you used to see him in, like, as far as when it comes to like an alternate costume and just basically like, oh, this is a different version. Like this one right there, you're like, damn, he kills it. And his Buster looks dope.
I think the first exposure outside of the video game I had to this that like really just like cemented like, wow, he's the coolest version of Mega Man ever.
Is Marvel vs. Capcom?
I believe I don't think that was Mega Man X. That was just regular old Mega Man.
Well, no, doesn't he like kind of pump up? Isn't
Oh
one of his
yeah.
special moves
When you
where
do
he
the
pumps
specials,
up?
he
like
transforms.
yeah. Dude, he fucks you up.
Yeah, he does. That was my go-to move. But I believe there was a
I'm
manga.
familiar with your fucked up go-to move.
Yo, you want to play Marvel's Capcom?
No, I
2
don't.
after
I
this?
don't really listen.
All right, we're playing Marvel's Capcom 2 after this. I believe there was a Mega Man X anime.
Okay. Was there? Oh, there had to be.
There was. It came out in 2000. I don't remember
Dang,
being
you
that
saw
new.
this? Was this one of those things where
Nah,
like
this
like
wasn't
one of
that
your
new.
dads like was this like a military thing that was introduced to you?
No, okay. I'm thinking about the cutscenes from Mega Man X4. All anime.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch that later.
I always had like my cousins were always older than me, and here's the thing: I haven't caught up to them. They're still older than me. That's not like you catch up.
That's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, so all my cousins that were like super heavy into the Mega Man, and they were the ones that would like knew about the Mega Man X. Lo and behold, and you find out when you go into a deep dive, you're like, damn, there's like 13 Mega Man games.
Oh yeah, big time. So this immediately grabbed my attention. A lot of nostalgia to
Pretty
it,
good.
and it's awesome. So
All right, I
am
like it.
am I 4 for 4 at this
No,
point?
not at this point.
Okay, fair
We'll
enough.
see, yeah.
I'll take.
That was an easy one.
Okay, fair enough.
Very much so.
Well, this next one might be an easy one because next up on my list.
Boo!
on my wish list-
Oh shit!
Well, the Miles Morales is an honorable mention. This Loki, the Frog of Thunder,
Oh my god!
and the capsule.
Damn, it
'Cause
is sick.
It is.
How much is that?
It's life size.
$250.
$250. So I'm
Dude,
not buying it. I'm not
Yo,
buying it.
you
I'm not
give me
buying it.
$50 right now. I'll get you a I'll get you. I'll get you a frog, and I'll dress him up in that, and then I'll fucking find a glass and I'll put him in there, and I'll put T904, and then like here, this
know
is
what? I would pay $50 for that.
yeah.
But you better dress up the frog in this outfit.
Like, did you paint him? Yeah.
You're like, you never said it had to be. You never said I couldn't do paint on.
Huh.
But I think this is such a. This is one of them figures. To your point, we were talking about the Simpsons one being such a deep cut. If you have this and someone notices, like Walter Simonson Thor,
Yeah.
you're like, baby, bust out the good china for him. Give him the good whiskey. You know, don't give him the Evan Williams. Even though Evan Williams ain't bad, but it's like, nah, baby, give him the Four Roses special. You know,
He's
barrel.
a guest in this house.
Yeah,
That's a pretty cool one. Like, all right, that one's how much is it again?
$250. I mean, I'm not gonna buy it.
Where would you? Okay, let me say $250. You get it. Where do you
Okay.
put it?
Good question.
And let's just say like you have to like your job goes, hey, B, you have to come in.
Okay.
Two
quit. All right.
2 days a week you have to come in, like, but we got you like a really nice corner office, like a nice little corner office,
Okay.
Harvey
I like
Specter style.
this. Okay.
Give me one of those.
And I can decorate it.
You can decorate it however the fuck you
Oh.
want.
I'd have a nice plant in the office,
Okay.
and he'd be by the plant
You big on the plant?
because the base looks like it's like buried in rock, right?
Mhm.
So I'd want to play on that.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. And real quick, is this the in Loki when there's that scene like he makes the cameo? Isn't he in a similar tube?
Yep.
Because I don't know if they call it out.
Yeah, when they're
Oh, I
like
guess
when
they
they're
do.
like
I
when
guess-
he's like crawling down the space and they're like,
Yeah.
oh.
So I guess this is from that. So that is the the last item on my official wish list.
Okay.
Honorable mention goes to this badass Miles Morales Sentinel action figure.
How much is that bet?
Reissue. That means we already missed out on it once. It's $110.
I would get that one. Honestly, I would
Now-
get that one.
You see that and you're like, oh, that's a cool pose. But if you actually go to, I believe if you click it, nope. Okay.
It gives you basically locally frog.
No. If you click it, I actually saved it right here.
Oh shit.
If you click it, you actually see more. You see more images, and that's what sold me on it. Look at this.
Yeah, he comes with everything. He comes
Bro.
with his regular head.
Did they just rip him out of the movie
Yeah.
and made
Dude,
a?
yeah, that thing is 100%. That is a must. I think it's so sick. The only thing is you just like the real Jones.
Yo, he got those are the
AJ fakey ass fours.
I was gonna say the
NN ones.
I was gonna say the Virgil Abloh ones, but you're right. These are the
Yo, I don't want to get sued number ones.
These are the ground Gordon's number 1 right there. Ground, Air Jordan. Yeah, anyways, I thought that was good.
All right, yo, those are all good, solid choices. I'm Mr. Milligan. Very impressed
Thank
with
you.
your
My wish
choices.
list. My wish list is looking good. So I've got some honorable mentions and talking points because I love getting you on doing your stand-up special on this stuff. So first and foremost, I don't know how you did not mention this one page that is completely dedicated to Walt. It is on page 409 of the physical previews, but it is a Taschen America page full of basically fancy nudie books, right? It is the History of Men's Adventure Magazine, volume 1 through 6. 6 fucking volumes of these $70 books.
Still won't be enough smut.
It is like old smut, bro. This is like one book is dedicated to the 1900s to post-World War II, and the other one is post-war to 1959. You're looking at smut that is older than your dad. You know?
You're looking at grandma.
Yo, for sure.
Like, yo, just like, here's the thing. That'd be a book where they give you the real name, and then you go ahead and Google it to see what they did.
You're like, I wonder if I know any of their grandchildren,
You find out that one of the ladies you work with was actually in that magazine. You'd be like, holy shit.
Damn, Gertrude, you were in volume 6 in the 1970s at the newsstand?
Like, that's right. I'm in volume 8 coming up too.
But when I seen this, I immediately was like, well, I know what I'm getting Walt for Christmas. Because if there's someone that loves tasteful, like, nudie books, it's our buddy Walt, bro.
It does.
All right, let's see what else I got for honorable mentions, talking points. All right, on this page right here, they do a little creator you should know, Marie Severin. They do a little spotlight on Marie Severin. I thought that was really sweet. We did that full artist spotlight episode of Marie Severin. How familiar are you with Marie Severin?
Not at all. Hearing it for the first time, I thought you were making this
shit.
up.
I've definitely no way, dude. I definitely have talked to your ear off about Marie Severin.
Maybe.
Or maybe you just didn't pay attention.
Okay.
Maybe that's it.
All right.
Bro,
the lady.
Yes, the lady.
Sorry.
The Marvel lady.
Yeah.
Not just
Okay.
Marvel.
Okay. Yo, yeah, she's a pioneer. She deserves to have her name singed and praised. Yeah, you told me about like how much of a badass she is.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, they gave her a little spotlight I thought was really cool.
Yeah, they didn't give her the cover page. They gave that to a fictitious character. And then Mirror 7 gets, what page was it? 390.
Look at all of these icon, like, you have seen this Incredible Hulk cover.
I've seen those basically at a Michael's when they're like, decorate your son's room. Bro, those are the images those are the default images that come in like a real hard metal.
Yeah.
And then your mom gives to you at Christmas. She's like, I know you like comic books.
Oh, dude, I've gotten
like 10 of those.
And you're like, I'm not gonna hang this up, but it is pretty cool.
If ever, like, my mom one time, I love her to death. Like,
that's a disclaimer.
But
before some fucked up shit comes.
Not even fucked up shit. She was like, my mom like will go to like Michael's or TJ Maxx, and she's just like, Andrew, I got you this. And then I'm like, all right, what is it? She got me like stuff that you can put on walls, like wallpaper, like but like a border wallpaper of like just Marvel stuff. Like you can like, if you wanted to do your son's room,
She found it in the 10-year-old section.
Yeah. She's like, man, she's
my 30-year-old baby would love this.
For real. She's like,
that's funny. But now Marie Severin getting a little spotlight in the previews is awesome, and they give you a really good condensed version of her her
entire basically tribute to the entire 50 years, and they give her a little bit of her. I'm just talking.
I mean, it's like like you could. I mean, look, if you want to learn more about Marie Severin, check out
our episode that I'm not a part of at all right now, and I'm going to pass it to B, and he'll tell you all the information.
It's really good. All right, so that was an honorable mention. Also. On this page right here.
Bro.
Come on.
Listen, I know you're going to pick that one right there. All those 3 girls in that.
You asshole.
Now, the Ronin Warrior?
Dude, the Ronin Warrior figure.
I wanted to take a picture and show this to my brother.
Dude, I didn't know I forgot all about their names. Chowdan Kadao Ronin.
Yeah, I didn't know anything.
Sai of the Torrent. Dude, Ronin Warriors was...
Growing up, you had to have 5 friends or 5 brothers.
I was lucky I had 4 fucking brothers,
and you're like, oh shit, we are
finally
we
a
are
show.
Earth's mightiest heroes. It's up to us to beat up everybody in this thing, bro.
Guys, You have no idea how special we are. All right? I'll be fired. No, I want to be fired. Shut up, Joe. We can't even decide on what element we want.
No.
But we want to be the heroes of the world. Dude, we loved Ronin Warriors. We loved Ronin Warriors. And even as a kid, I remember thinking, wow, this animation is great. And I remember feeling like I was watching an old show because of like how just like grainy it was. It's got like that grainy anime look to it. And it turns out like
it's like and you've never seen it before. Like you're so used to Americanized animation that you're like, what is this?
To me, it deserves I need to rewatch it to see if it still holds up.
You think it will?
I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be super fun.
Okay.
If they weren't $150, I would buy one for each one of my brothers. Like, remember when you wanted to be the water one? I wanted to be the earth one. Shut up, Joseph.
You get this one.
So that brings us to the end of our wish list. That brings us to the end of like some miscellaneous talking points. We had so much fun last time we did the November previews, inviting our guy Ben Kingsbury from Gotham City Limit. I decided to bring him back again. I reached out to him and I was like, Ben, we're doing another previews episode. It wouldn't be right if we didn't reach out to you.
Ooh, okay.
Seeing as you own one of the coolest shops, you always have the coolest shit. It feels like he knows how to navigate previews better than anyone. So I asked him to send in a voicemail. I asked him to pick one item that piqued his interest and talk about it. So here he is. All right, you ready? Here's Ben.
Hey, Short Box listeners. However you may be listening and wherever you may be listening from, I'm Ben K, representing Gotham City Limit, and this is the one thing that caught my eye in this month's Previews magazine. The one thing I'm going with, Street Fighter, the Cammy Pop-Up Parade PVC figure. It's a cheeky piece, trust me. I love the Street Fighter series when I was younger. You can add this to your collection. The Cammy Street Fighter Pop-Up Parade PVC figure. That's my pick of the month. I'm Ben K, representing Gotham City Limit. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility, and always take it to the limit.
That's our guy,
I
Ben.
love that tag.
Yeah, no, that's a great
Okay,
sign off.
I like it.
Which caught me by surprise. I was like, all right, Ben, little cheeky, eh?
For real, he's like, it's cheeky. And I was like, what is it going to be like? I was like, oh. And then he said Cammy, and I was like, oh, yeah, we know.
Yeah, so this might be the most, this might be the sexiest item that we have selected on so far these, 3-4 episodes of previews that we've done. But I love me a good Street Fighter, and I'm excited for Street Fighter 6. You think you'd be buying that? Are you going to be among the Street Fighter crowd that buys it and plays it opening day? Or on?
I want to be. We'll see, because right now what's on sale is the Gotham Knights. So I kind of want to roll through that for a little bit.
How much the Gotham Knights?
I think it's like $44 now.
Damn, I feel like if you wait until after New Year's, you can get that. They might give you that game. They might be like, please take it. And you're like, but it's digital. Don't you guys have plans? Like, no. We want to move the digital ones too.
Because there's a bunch of Marvel and DC games coming out.
Oh,
that Midnight Sun game.
Are you gonna buy Midnight Suns? Because
yes.
Yeah, I don't really care that it's is it a card
The fact
game?
that they said card game even made me more excited to go. Like, I was just like, oh, okay, cool.
You're like, I will take that challenge.
Mm-hmm. And Magic's going to be in there.
The card games I have played include Metal Gear Acid.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, there's one more I can't think. I think it was either...
Is it a Final Fantasy game?
It might have been a Final Fantasy game, or it was... Damn. No, it was a Yu-Gi-Oh game for Game Boy Advance. Okay. Is one that I remember. There's also one other one I can't... It was a popular one. But besides card game, I think, I've told you before, Final Fantasy Tactics is my shit. I love that tactic game. So if it's... It might scratch that itch. I'm playing God of War, which is very like action, adventure, just wrecking shit. Mm-hmm. If this scratches like that strategic itch. Sometimes you get that strategic itch, you're like, you know what? I want to use my brain today. Mm-hmm. It might be that for me.
Yeah, and that's exactly my agreement as well. It's like if it scratches that creative side of it where it can't, like, I have to basically do combos of cards, I'll give it a shot. Only because right now I'm playing Magic the Gathering too, so I'm very much on that whole card game.
Okay. No, it looks cool. All right, D, before we wrap up, do you got any final words to say to listeners? It's by the time this episode comes out, it'll be,
if anybody's
December,
watching,
holidays.
If anybody's reading Dark Web, like, let us know how that's going. I really do want to pick it up, but I'm just not, like, I'm not invested yet, but I kind of want to read it.
All right. I also, I got to apologize because I told you we were going to cover the Marvel previews. And we're already getting ready to wrap up.
Yeah.
So next month, all right, January.
Empty promises.
Empty promises continue. Now, for next month going forward, we'll start including the Marvel DC previews if there's anything that piques our interest. Besides that,
did you read the new Human Target issue?
We got some more.
Sorry, did you read the new Human Target issue?
Number 9?
The newest one that came out.
I think that's number 9. Not yet.
Wow.
Have you?
Bro, yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay.
It came out yesterday.
It came out last Wednesday.
Okay, so you,
All right,
so
yes,
you
I'm
admit that
late.
you had a whole week. That's okay. So you just told on yourself.
I did.
Okay, so you had a whole week to read
I did. I haven't read it yet. I will. I promise. I've been reading all this other stuff. All
I've
right.
been reading all the other Jump Kings.
Yeah, you know what? You don't even deserve that. That was good.
I
give
just
you
over
that.
like
That was good. There you have it, Shortbox Nation. That's our episode for today. Thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate your support. Thanks for letting us talk about the stuff that we could only wish to afford, all right? You know what? We ain't broke boys for the record, right? We can afford some of this stuff, not all of the stuff, right? Not all the stuff. But fuck it. It's just fun to flip through previews and just take a break from doing deep dives and reviews.
I think my mom said it best. It's nice to want things.
Wow, Miss Martinez is so
I was like, Mom, I want this. She's like, it's nice to want, huh? Like, not in a nice way, just one of those like,
ooh, Mom, I wish you would snitch. Ooh, I love you. All right, but anyways, some of you listeners, all right, some of you might already know this, but these last 2 episodes of this preview series have been Patreon exclusives. You got this episode because, you know, I got the holiday spirit. I'm going to New York. It's going to be celebrating Christmas. I'm in a good mood, and it's been like 2 weeks since you guys got an episode. So everyone got to enjoy this one on the house. But going forward, we're going to keep this one Patreon exclusive as much as we can. So if you enjoyed this episode and you want more bonus content like this one, consider becoming a member of our Patreon community and level up your Shortbox experience.
don't
right?
consider it. Do it.
Yeah, just fucking do it.
Just do it.
Join the other Shortbox elite, all right? And be counted among the best comic podcast community out there, all right? And enjoy even more Shortbox bonus content. Now, if you picked up the previews yourself and you spotted some cool merch that you think deserves a shout out, let us know, all right? Write into the show at theshortboxjacks@gmail.com or send us a DM on Instagram or Twitter. In the meantime, follow us on social media to stay up to date with what we got going on. We'll be back with a new episode next week. We're going to be talking about our favorite holiday comics. So any comic books dealing with
Dude,
holidays.
I was just thinking about that.
In what regard?
I was just like, there's some, like, I mean, after years and years and years and years and years, there's so many
Oh, yeah.
holiday comic books out there. Like, I wonder how many of them can revisit now that are still pretty good.
We're going to try to do that next week.
What are you leaning towards?
I don't want to
give us a preview.
I don't want to ruin the surprise.
Why are you just not really surprised?
Okay. All right. Yeah,
It's
twisting
comic
my arm.
book.
It's twisting my arm. It is a toss between, I think I'm a spotlight, either the Darwin Cook Spider-Man Christmas issue,
Okay.
or I might spotlight the I don't remember what comic it was from, but remember that you've seen the image shared all the time where it's Santa Claus with the Infinity Gauntlet fighting the Marvel Universe, and they establish him as like an Omega level mutant.
Yeah.
I wanted to go find that issue to get to understand where that panel comes from. I've seen it before, so those are my 2 choices.
Those are cool. I like those.
I want to go and say goodbye to the listeners, and I want to wish them happy holidays. Right, we're just getting started in December, but happy holidays nonetheless. Please take care of yourselves. Have a great day. And please continue to make mine and yours Shortbox. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.